I'm going to talk about a marble technique. You might look at this. This is a photograph, of course, and here's an approximation drawing at a smaller scale of this drawing. So some study drawing led it up to that. I started with trying to understand what was going on within the lighter blues, then recognized sort of a directional and orientational organization to the pattern of that marble, and so the lines, the striations are going in a certain direction, and then there are things happening in between. So if I were to start this drawing again, let me show you how I went about doing that. I'm not pretending that that's a masterpiece by any means, but it's an approximation and a guess. So let's see if this works upside down. I have my cool colors together, by the way, in my trays. I try to organize it. My blues, I think, are cool, and grays. In any case, I'm going to use a couple of blues that I think are close to that value. Again, avoid. There's always a temptation to go straight to black with this. You can do that, but that's not what this is about, and that's not what's going on in this drawing. So I'm going to start with some light lines. Let's just map out a little area. And so we have a strong grain, fairly straight in this direction, right? It has a little bit of a ripple to it, sometimes parallel, some spacing in between. This is lightly sketching these now, right? Then we have interruptions, and they are also very directional. Maybe slightly diverge. I'm just letting my line follow the striations that I see. There's an irregular one back here. You don't have to copy each one, but no, I could improvise at some point and know, okay, this roughly things are moving in that direction, right? I might start to gray in, lightly color in those areas, because they're similar as they bleed somewhat over into the white. So the blue deposits are bleeding into the white area of the marble. Slightly darker, we see these veins, and they don't follow a very regular pattern. They're much thinner, right? We don't have to draw every single one of them, but they certainly go across. In some cases, they cross the larger veins. In some cases, they follow right along and then form these slightly larger deposits in between. A darker blue helps give a bit of an accent to, both the parallel striations and the ones that cross, which are much thinner. Much thinner. The blue is concentrated around those veins. I'm not going to take this to its completion, but you can start to see how that develops just by an understanding of the orientation of that grain, something of the texture, something of the nature of that. And working at a smaller scale, you can come up with something that's close. Thanks.